Eddie, you said Jeff jumped. Well, Mick Malthouse was interviewed today and he said Jeff panicked just like you did back a number of years ago. Here's Mick Malthouse speaking today.
The similarities, the way I see it, is two presidents panicked, not wanting to lose former champions. And that places the coach, in Clarkson's case here, in a really difficult position. The major difference, of course, is the Hawthorn on the, near the bottom. Collingwood were in the 8, fighting out for, premiership. So that's probably the most subtle difference.
Ed panicked, and Collingwood are also right at the top compared to.
Yeah, so I'll go back to Jeff Bezos and says, announced from a position of strength. Let me tell you once and for all what happened, okay? I loved Mick Malthouse. I was accused at the time of being too loyal to him, if you remember all that, Caro, that I was sticking by him all the way because he rebuilt our club twice and saved the Collingwood Football Club. There's been no bigger figure, I believe, than Mick Malthouse in his tenure as coach of Collingwood. I thought there were things happening in Mick's life. I thought his health, and I thought that of the stress of the job. He talks about it even today, about the aspect of what happened at Carlton and around the place, even at West Coast, even at the Dogs, about the impact on the family. I could see that. I had a meeting with his manager, Peter Sidwell, and I said, how do you think our boy's going? And he said, yeah, I'm a bit worried about him. I said, yep, so am I. What do you reckon? We kicked around some ideas over a couple of meetings. One of the things we came up with was, how do we get the best out of Mick Malthouse for the long term? We came up with an idea that part of that would be coaching, and then it would be a chairman of selectors type role, even coming onto the board of the Collingwood Football Club. If I had my way, Mick Malthouse would still be at Collingwood, and we would have got through it. Now, Mick got halfway, we got 2 years into it, and he did a great job. Preliminary final, premiers, grand final, right? But the next period he decided, no, I still want to go on. We knew the fire was burning. To your point, Caro, as soon as that happened, I let him out of his contract. He had 3 years going. Now, people don't sign a 5-year contract unless they're all in on it.
Did you announce it at the time? I can't remember.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, so it was a press
2 years
conference.
plus 3.
2007.
He couldn't walk away from being the
But that's all right.
coach.
But that's it. And you know what? I said, mate, we deserve to do whatever you want to do. We let him out of the contract.
As Lee Matthews, when they spoke to him about a succession plan with Michael Voss, he couldn't agree on the leaving date. Senior champion coaches like that often just can't do it. So it's not surprising.
And the point was, Caro, when we did it, the idea was, I didn't care whether it was Nathan Buckley, Brad Scott was in the frame, he went to North Melbourne at the time, and even James Hird was floating around in my mind. But the situation for me was this: we were strong. I'm sick of. I've been to every press conference for a SAC coach for 20 odd years, and you see, new coach comes in, they throw out the fitness people, they throw out the recruiting people. It goes back to year zero. I didn't want to use.
According to Mick, a lot of ex-players think that it cost you another flag.
Well, I could argue that there was things happening that I didn't like where the club was moving, and I stopped it. Okay, not for tonight, but for another day.
If you were running Collingwood now, would you talk to Damien Hardwick? Would you maybe just make the phone call?
Yeah, all day.
Would you ring Peggy O'Neill and say, look?
I wouldn't ring Peggy first. I'd ring Peggy if the deal was being done. But no, Damien Hardwick, it's a good example, Caro, of maybe the way I think. But I look at Damien Hardwick and think, OK, is he up for the rebuild, or is it time for him to go, right, OK? I think he's one of the greatest coaches, not only of the modern era, I think he's been absolutely fantastic. So I think there's good people around. Who knows what that does? I'm not ringing him because I'm not the president of Collingwood anymore. But Clarkson becomes somebody absolutely front of mind. But again, what I wanted to do at this stage, without boring you with a history of it again, was we were strong. Jeff Walsh put a report that said we would win the premiership in 2010, all things being equal. We thought we were a real chance to maybe win it in 08-09. We got it in 2010. We thought we were a chance in 2011, won 19 of 22. But what we wanted to do was hand it on to Buckley, who we'd decided was going to be the person, so that he had a good team for a couple of years, so when we had to rebuild, he wasn't seen as some mug and he could get us through, as he did. He did that. We had a rebuild over 4 years, played in a grand final, nearly won it, preliminary final, great win last year. Anyway, it wasn't good enough. In the end, he got sacked. That's the essence of a succession plan.
And I understand this Mitchell one for that reason.
Pass the baton flat out.
I understand the Mitchell one for that reason. Pass the baton on before it gets too late.
Yeah, except he won't be there next year, Alistair Clarkson, in my view.
Yeah, OK, but that's it. You can pass it. Succession plans can mean you actually go. You don't have to hang around. I thought Mick Malthouse would have been the great chairman of selectors.
OK, you've said that.
Anyway,
time to go.
Well, no one seems to believe me. So anyway, that's it. Had nothing to do with it. All right, we're going to take a break. And I don't think Jeff Kennett's a mug, for all the carry-on as well. Jeff Kennett loves the Hawthorn Football Club. He would have agonised over this decision. So let's see where it all ends. Yep. And to end it all on, to Alistair Clarkson, who has given himself to the media, to his sport and every single thing that has been in his life. Thank you, Alistair, for a magnificent tour. As long as it lasts, good luck, mate.